Prevention services. I'm a big advocate of prevention services. I feel that if, in my personal story, I would have received social work prevention services and legal prevention services, my children would have had to enter foster care.
I wish I had had an opportunity to get some help with some housing. I wish that had been somehow part of the treatment plan. When you achieve this part, or when you've accomplished this much, then you can go into Section 8 or something that would have helped me with my own housing sooner.
I believe that the parent partner probably could have helped me more. I did it by myself.
Ultimately, it did turn out that they were there to assist me and support me. And I probably wouldn't have been as successful without that intervention, and definitely not at that time. But it didn't feel like that in the beginning. I didn't get that. I didn't get that in the beginning at all.
As a family, I felt that I was a criminal. Sitting at a table full of strangers, pointing the finger at you, feeling that they already had a decision made, and I was being judged by, again, being a victim of domestic violence. It's hard to communicate or to deal with situations like that when you are not in your right mind. You're in crisis when you sit at the table for the first time with protective services, and you're really not, sometimes you're not even listening to what they're trying to tell you. And in 1 hour of the duration of the meeting, they're trying to tell you 100 miles per hour. These are the bad things that you're doing as a parent, and you are a neglectful parent for A, B, and C. When you're in crisis mode, all you worry about is your family.
My worker felt like she was concerned about me and my family, and she wanted to get to know me. She asked questions that no one had ever asked me. She asked me about my childhood and how did I grow up and what kind of relationship did I have with my mother. And I felt like she wanted to know me before she made decisions about what we needed and what would work to help us.
To be able to work better with families would just kind of try to know the person, try to read whatever you're reading and not be judgmental on whatever is on this paper. Meet the person first and then try to get a feel of what steered them in the wrong direction.
One of the things that was very helpful after being told for the first 3 months of my children being removed, I was not allowed to live in my community, was to actually go back to my community and to knock on the agencies that I knew could help me. I knew my community. I knew where to go and ask for assistance. So I went to the schools and I said to the principal, my children are in foster care and I don't know what to do and I need help. So she said, where are your children? I said, they're in a zip code where I don't know where they are at. So she became an advocate, and then she called a housing agency that said, your children are in foster care, how can we help? So that started connecting the dots for me, and within weeks I was working my treatment plan, and it took me from 3 months of wasted time navigating a system that I didn't know to being familiar in my comfort zone and having people from my own community help me get back on my feet.
I had to get into the mirror to tell myself that in spite of what they say, I'm not going to say anything to mess us up any further to them. So I would wait till they leave, and then I would have to scream and get in the mirror and say, you know what, you are somebody. I would have to encourage myself, and I had affirmations. They helped me to put affirmations all around the house for all of us. And I'm like, read this once these people leave, that we are somebody and we're going to make it, and we are family, and we are here to help each other. And I love all of my children, and they know that. I enjoy home settings with my family, and I enjoy bettering ourselves. You know, that's what I always teach. That's what I got 8 bookcases in the basement. We do study, you know, we do move on education in our home. We teach, we learn, we work together, and we help each other because we all we got.
You know, once you kind of establish a rapport with the person, with the family that you're working with, and tell them your story, they feel a little more comfortable knowing that you've been in their shoes. You know, like, okay, well, I think I could do this. And I usually tell them that you can, because I know if I did, you can. A parent partner is a person that goes to the home of the family that has their child removed, and we go in and we assist the parent with their barriers for the child being removed.